a beauty.
Oh, bang, he gets nailed by Takiri. Lovely rugby there from Korea.
What a tremendous effort.
He'll just put his head down. Over he goes. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to our viewers around the world to the opening leg of the 2019 Asia Rugby 7 Series from here, Namdong Asiad Stadium, Incheon, Korea. We're into day 2 of the tournament. We're standing by for our first Men's Cup semi-final. There's a bit of breeze in the air, and we've had 30 games of rugby already over this weekend. 10 games to go, including the end of the day, the Men's and Women's Cup finals. Here are the Pool A standings for the men. Japan 3 from 3. They haven't really hit their straps, one feels, yet. In China, they got that sneaky win over Sri Lanka, and they take second spot. So they are the 2 semi-finalists from Pool A. And then in the other pool, Pool B, Hong Kong, they were 3 from 3, a superior points difference than Japan. And Korea managed to beat the Philippines and Chinese Taipei. Hong Kong beat them this morning to take top spot. So it's our 2 semi-finalists, Hong Kong and Korea. It'll be Korea facing Japan, and it'll be Hong Kong facing China. And our first Cup semi-final, just bringing in co-commentator Jeremy Thine. Jeremy, big semi-final ahead of us.
Thank you, Grant. Hello, viewers right around the world. Wonderful to be with you. And an exciting opportunity to see the start of the Asian pathway to the Tokyo Games in 2020. And what a big game this one will be. Straight off the bat, you've joined us at a very, very good time.
Hong Kong versus China, neighbours of course. Somewhat of a grudge match, but all differences aside, this is all about the rugby as they're led out by Ma Zhong and Max Woodward. And Hong Kong really have started to find their legs, and on form they should overpower China, but Max Woodward, there's some real big names of Hong Kong rugby sevens there. Jack Neville gets a rare start. Yu Kam Shing, he's been around for at least 10 years and on the bench. Look there, Jamie Hood, Tom McQueen and co. It's a very strong squad. Meanwhile, in the Chinese squad, look out for Ma Zhong at 12 and number 5, Shan Chang Shun. And on the bench, we do like the look of Yao Bing, the very big, rangy forward. And number 10, Lu Luda. Nori Hashimoto from Japan is the referee for this first Cup semi-final. And as Jed said, it's the long road towards Olympic qualification 2020 in Tokyo. These 3 legs of the series will decide the seedings for the Olympic qualifiers in November. Back at this very ground, Ma Zhong gets us underway, and that has bounced 10. No, very unlucky there. That must have been very, very close. Hong Kong players just stood around and looked, and Hashimoto-san says that hasn't gone the 10. Dicing with danger there.
Well, that wouldn't have looked too flash at all for Hong Kong, would it? The old sneaky bounce pass. Goodness gracious me.
Kadu Lee now from the centre spot. He's got Russ Webb straight behind him. Out to the left, Max Woodward. There's Webb looking for Coverdale. Yu Kam Shing. There's players in motion here. Yu Kam Shing takes on Gao Ying Hao. And it's a bit scruffy, but Kadu Lee is there and it's been knocked on. So early mistake by Hong Kong. They look to get the big forwards in action.
Yes, it's been a sequence that Hong Kong have played with already this weekend, which is to park up their 2 strike weapons on the run. Kane Bacote, who's packing down on the side of the touchline closest to us there, the Australian-born Bacote. Hard running loose forward in 15s, harder running tight forward in 7s.
Wu feeds it and scoots off round the side there, really examining the defensive line. Russ Webb and Jamie Hood comes in to make the tackle. Kadu Lee now scampers away. Here is Boko. Sizes up 3 or 4 of the defenders, takes them all in a big heap. Here's Hood starting to stamp his dominance here. Woodward stepping, fending, and big connection on Hood there from Wu. Doesn't bother Jamie Hood, he's on the ground. That's Lu Luda in 10. Look at that man go. He's like a bulldozer and he picks the ball up. The strength of Lu Luda. Pops back between Gao's legs, and China now Going to have a crack here at Hong Kong, who are usually well organised on defence. Boko, Webb, covered out. Oh, can't quite get to him. Coming back towards the traffic is Shan. This guy's really dangerous. Keep their eyes on him. Ma Jong is the one that gets it out of trouble. Just probing the defence now. Hong Kong are playing a sweeper, so just 6 in the line. Kadu Lee is back at sweep. Almost a line break there. Hauled to the ground by Russ Webb. Gao Ying Hao. Long passage of play this, and plenty of phases and passes. Gao again. Here's Han Jingji. There's Lu Luda, the big man. Looks for Shan, and this man can finish. Gets upended by Kadu Lee, luckily. There's Lu Luda firing out a beauty. Ma Zhong from the South China Tigers rugby franchise based in Hong Kong. Good tackle from Hood, and this is relentless from China. We haven't seen this the whole tournament so far. Yu Kim Shing getting himself on the wrong side there. Play on, says Hashimoto. Right in front of the post, Lu Luda gets the big hips going. Ma Zhong, and they finally, are they going to work this into space? Yes, they do. It's going to be Lee Haitao. Hashimoto's not convinced. No, it's a forward pass by the looks. Yep. Wow. Hong Kong with a bit of a let-off. What an opening passage.
Goodness gracious me, China's signalling all intentions, aren't they? They're playing, Lu Luda out there is just wreaking havoc with Hong Kong at the moment. He's physically a mismatch all over the park. Everyone he hits stays pretty much hit. You've got some big men out there. Maybe Toby Fenn in the action might cause some problems for China if he came off the bench. Nuggety Terraweight loose forward for the Valley Club in Hong Kong. It could be just what they need at the breakdown, but
leader feed. Hood has to pick that one up. Wasn't really expecting that, and he just chips it out. He wanted that one to stay in. They relieve pressure for now. China haven't been awesome this weekend. They just got past Sri Lanka in pool play 17-14. And then they went on to just beat UAE. Well, 24-14 was a tough one. And then they got beaten by Japan this morning, 24-12. So this opening few minutes has been the most promising rugby we've seen from them in the weekend. That's good off the top. Han comes around. They're firing out to Ma Zhong, looking for Shan out wide. And they don't need him because Han just bolts his way through the middle, beats the sweeper. Lu Luda gets his big frame over the body. Here's Gao, and there's going to be a try this time to Lee Haitao. That is really good from set phase. Twice across the park. And the Hong Kong defence, for once, is beaten.
Yeah, outpaced on the outside, turned into a 3-on-2. And then just good execution to bring it back. Switch it back nicely. Russell Webby's had to do a lot of work already in this game defensively. I don't know if he's got the batteries to keep going.
Hong Kong on opening day, they beat Chinese Taipei 62-0. They beat the Philippines 20 points to 5. And earlier this morning, they beat South Korea 29-12 to top their pool. So they've only conceded 3 tries in pool play. They've conceded 1 here early to China in this Cup semi-final. Shan with the conversion, so it's China 7. Hong Kong 0. Ma Zhong. That's nicely done, and Woodward having to really backtrack to get to that one. He's got Webb in the pocket. Coming at him is Gao. He gives it to Boko, and he runs it hard and not straight, but across the field. And he's looking to link up with Coverdale. The forwards combining. Hood swings it away, and it's a bit scruffy, uncharacteristic from him. Woodward now, he'll take him on, the other forward. Number 5, Shan with the high tackle, so they go quickly. Kadu Lee. Russ Webb looking to get something going here. Finds Yu Kam Shing, firing into him as Han. Woodward just steadies the ship a little. Kadu Lee, not the biggest man, but does a good bridge job there. Here's the inside ball. What's the inside defence like? It's a bit flimsy. Webb dances out of 1 or 2. Kadu Lee now. Another bounce pass. There's been a few of those. Woodward takes on Big Lou Luda. And they're really doing it the hard way at the moment as the hooter sounds. What a quick half this has been. Hong Kong really need to try and finish here with a meat pie. Boko's out wide. He's got some pace. He takes on Ma. Webb takes it down with Shan on top of him, and Kadouli's just got to hold it up for a moment. No real incision from Hong Kong yet. That's what Yu Kam Shing starts to look for. Woodward onto the 10 metre. Over the ball goes Han. He's working hard. Covered out. Little fumble, but it went backwards, says Hashimoto. Boko now tries to get two involved, and he does it. Another bounce pass. Really struggling to make a couple of metres here. Covered out. Hood. His Chinese defence looks good so far. It hasn't buckled, and they give away the penalty in the end, and that's well soaked up by China, Jed.
Outstanding defence from China. Just happy and patient to keep their shape. Hong Kong, well, they just seem to be lacking a little bit of spark, don't they? I wonder about the opening selection. Maybe Jack Neville out there could have sparked a bit of action. Some tired legs. These men who've started the game for Hong Kong have played a lot of minutes this weekend, so maybe the team tactics that'll lay off and hit China hard after the break, but it's a big ask. It's 7-0.
That's right. It's half time and some well-needed water. There's some real firepower on the bench, as you say. Neville, Tom McQueen, Lee Jones, Toby Fenn, Hugo Stiles. If you're on Facebook, Asia.Rugby. If you want to give us a follow on Facebook, there's a good time of the year to be doing it. There's a lot happening in Asia Rugby at all divisions. You can keep up with all the news, highlights, interviews on there. And we're also on Instagram at AsiaRugbyLive. And finally, on Twitter at AsiaRugby. If you want to get involved in the game and give a shout out to your teams, your players, have your comments, have your say, more than welcome. So yeah, not much cut through there, was there? It was Hong Kong just must have put about 30 passes together, couldn't find their way through. This Chinese defence has been a bit leaky over the weekend, and they've got their sails up and they'll go into the second half full of energy.
Yeah, well, Hong Kong started out, you know, they used that great 1-2 in the game before where they parked Bako on one side and Coverdale on the other, and then you just threw them both up into the action and eventually split the opposition's open. But China knew the play. They shut the first one down, and then they just started getting in the face of Hong Kong. It's upset their tempo somewhat.
China finishing 5th spot on the ladder in last season's series after 3 legs. Hong Kong finishing 2nd, Japan were on top. China not having a sparkly season last year. They've come back here. And Tom McQueen is now on for Hong Kong. That's the only substitution he's on for Yu Kam Shing by the looks. Here's Russell Webb from the football club in Hong Kong. Getting the second half underway. Hong Kong with a bit of work to do. And that's a cracking start from Webb, and Hood gets the lucky bounce and he hears off. They're not going to catch him. Wu Jijun can't take Hood. He's such a campaigner, Jamie Hood, and he's Johnny on the spot. He brings back the score to 7-5 with a kick to come.
Well, we've seen that in the first game from Hong Kong on the weekend. Very central, high restart. Jamie Hood, he's got his timing dead right. There's another 2. Bag 7 for Hood, but look at this. That is almost a replay. It's exactly the same move that Hong Kong called in the first game of the tournament. Coverdale with the tap back. Jamie Hood with the points. And the confused couple.
The restart goes to 10, but there's a man down here. It's Shan. What happened there? Not sure. He's okay though. So they've pegged it back. The conversion were good. 7-all. Hong Kong needed that. Paul John, coach, will be happy with that. So China just slowing this down. Shan Changshun. There's big Lou Luda. He slips out of Woodward's tackle, flings it inside, but the flag is up. There he is. He's a huge man. One of the biggest men in the tournament.
He's a great big man, isn't he?
He's aggressive. He's highly competitive. There's Jack Neville in the background, waiting for his moment. Kaduli to look for Coverdale. They pull it off. Lee comes round, picks it up, gives it to Webb. Hood's with him. Tom McQueen yet to touch the ball out wide. They come back the other way, and Kaduli floats one over to Woodward. Bangs himself into Gao, and Lou Luda finishes him off. Scampering from the base, straightening up goes Toby Fenn, who's on the field. Heads for the posts. He's got Hahn after him. Hahn's not going to catch Toby Fenn, and straight on the pitch, he has an impact. And that's a good finish from the Valley man. Second try in the series. Hong Kong pull in front.
Well, he is the tearaway, isn't he? He's the fetcher. He's a little groundhog, maybe a little hedgehog, but look at this. Skips out of one, steps the next, and you never would have thought this bloke will ever turn a pace. And he's just quick enough to get that job done. That's well done.
Hood from just to the right of the posts, raised the flag, so Hong Kong out now with a 7-point buffer. Lee Jones is on for Hong Kong. Which means Woodward's off. It's 14 points to 7 here at Namdong Asiad Stadium. Webb's restarts have been beautiful all day, these 2 days. Gives everyone a shot there, gives McQueen a shot to chase that one. Kaduli bats it on to Hood. Webb to Hood, to Kaduli, the three playmakers there, all getting involved. McQueen looking for a pass from Kaduli, who's scrambling for every last metre. Lee Jones is there, and he gives it up to Hood, and a big gap opens, and Hood doesn't need asking twice. He goes in for a second there. The Chinese defence just not communicating, and gets a tap on the back from his South China Tigers teammate Ma Zhong as he comes by, and they've really put a gap on China now.
Jamie Hood, absolutely outstanding. He's really playing at a good level today. Look at this, from the get-go. How old did we say this guy was earlier on the weekend?
You said 50, didn't you?
That's right.
That's a face that's seen a lot of rugby. He was very sunburnt yesterday when I saw him last night in the lift lobby. He said it was a reflection off his red shirt, but it was very hot yesterday, very sunny, as it was this morning. It's cloud cover now, but it was very warm earlier today. Jamie with his fair skin, he'd need the factor 50. So now that's a reasonably comfortable buffer. 21 points to 7 Hong Kong. Here come Hugo Stiles and Jack Neville. Off goes Kaduli and Jamie Hood. I think this one might be safe. Just 2 minutes remaining. 2 scores required by China. Hood's done a great job there. 2 valuable tries to him. He's almost put it beyond doubt. Webb goes a little bit longer this time, but it's still just as high. It gives McQueen something to chase, and McQueen does well to bat it back. Here's Jackie Neville up to the 22. Stiles gets involved straight away, and here's Lee Jones, the campaigner. Sizes up the defence, and Wrongfoot's one of them. Woodward helps get over the top, and they get penalised for holding on this time. China will have to score on this play if they want to stay in this match. They're going to have to look to the speedster. Here's Shan. There's a man who can unlock a defence. Who's that over the ball there? It's Toby Fenn, of course. Who else? There's no way he was going to get that out. The clamp.
Well, the jaws of life. Maybe not so much. But look at that face. When it wants something, it gets something by the look of it.
He's a clamper, isn't he? Okay, so just winding down now. It's an attacking line out. Can they put the icing on the cake here? Here's Hugo Styles, another Valley man. Up to Coverdale, who's going the whole 14. Webb. Neville, the Kowloon man. Here's McQueen from Sandy Bay.
Oh,
back
what a
inside to
ball.
Neville. That was beautifully done, and Neville couldn't handle the hot potato. And that was a miracle ball inside from Tom McQueen. That would have been very nice.
Had that been a ball from Tom McQueen to Tom McQueen, he probably would have held on to it. He's done well there, isn't he? Good strength, good power. Hard to believe this guy's sort of been in and out of the pro program. His brother and him are a couple of local rock stars, all right.
Jack Neville there. Well, he'll be a bit cross with himself. It was takeable. Wasn't too difficult. Usually got golden gloves on. And China, well, there's no way they can win, but as we keep saying, the series is all about accumulating tries and points, and no matter where you finish on the table, you try and finish with as many points as possible.
Well, someone can try and pick the ball up if they want to.
Bit of argy-bargy to finish the game. Hashimoto calls it to an end, and China ran out with a quick one-try lead, and Hong Kong had to work hard to pull them back. They score 3 on the trot, and they've taken out this match against China in the first Cup semi-final, 21 points to 7. They will go on to face the winner of Japan versus Korea the next game. China will play the loser of that game for 3rd and 4th playoff. We're underway here at the sharp, pointy end of the couple of days here in Korea. And waiting in the tunnel, Japan and Korea, the battle of North Asia. And can Korea put on an upset?